Psychology was supposed to bring light into the darkness of the human mind. But throughout history, curiosity has led researchers into disturbing territory. Locked in labs, behind one-way mirrors, or even hidden by governments, ordinary people became test subjects in studies that went too far. Tonight, we'll look at the creepiest psychological experiments ever conducted, the ones that blurred the line between science and horror. Some of these left their subjects scarred for life. And by the end of this video, you may realize the human mind doesn't need monsters to be terrifying. Sometimes, people are enough. It began in the summer of 1971 at Stanford University. Psychologist Philip Zimbardo wanted to study how power corrupts human behavior. 24 students volunteered. Half were assigned as prisoners. The other half became guards. A mock prison was built in the basement of the psychology department, complete with barred cells, uniforms, and rules. At first, it seemed harmless. But within 48 hours, the guards began crossing the line. They shouted at prisoners, deprived them of food and sleep, and forced them into humiliating tasks like cleaning toilets with bare hands. The prisoners broke down fast. Some cried uncontrollably. Others screamed in rage. A few accepted their role so deeply they forgot it was an experiment. What was supposed to last 2 weeks was shut down after only 6 days. Zimbardo admitted he himself was drawn into the role of prison superintendent and failed to stop the abuse. The study revealed how easily ordinary people can slip into cruelty when given power. It also left permanent scars. Several participants needed therapy afterward. To this day, the Stanford Prison Experiment is used as proof that the line between human and monster can vanish in the right environment. Only a decade after the Holocaust, Stanley Milgram designed a study to answer a chilling question. How far will people go when an authority figure tells them to obey? Volunteers sat in front of a shock machine. They believed they were delivering electric shocks to a stranger in another room whenever that person got an answer wrong. The screams were fake, but the volunteers didn't know that. They heard banging, pleading, and eventually, silence. Some participants trembled, sweated, even laughed nervously, but they obeyed. All because a man in a lab coat told them to continue. The experiment shocked the world. It revealed that under pressure, ordinary people can become complicit in cruelty, and that blind obedience to authority may be one of the darkest parts of human psychology. In 1939, at the University of Iowa, Wendell Johnson wanted to study the causes of stuttering, but the way he did it ruined lives. 22 orphan children were split into groups. Some were praised for their speech. Others were constantly criticized and told their voices were flawed. These children, already vulnerable, developed deep psychological scars. Many who had spoken normally began to stutter. Others became withdrawn, afraid to talk at all. The experiment was hidden for decades and later condemned as cruel and unethical. But by then, the damage was done. The victims carried their speech problems and the trauma for the rest of their lives. That's why it became known as the monster study, because it turned vulnerable children into broken experiments. What's up, fellow viewers? I'm a humble and new YouTuber, so I would like to request your support. If you enjoy my content, then please subscribe and make sure to hit the like button. To you it's some small click, but to me it means a lot. And I'm looking ahead to deliver you spooky videos as best I can. So peace out until a brand new video drops.